Hello, you are welcome back. Change of clothes because we have a special guest in the house. He's known to be an amazing comedian back in the 80s, but he has reinvented himself. Today, he is a producer, he's an actor. He is Dave K Moktoi. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, I must say.
We're happy to have you because we know of your achievements and we can only celebrate what you have done in the past, but we are thirsting to know what you've been up to since then. But first off, let's rewind to the 80s. How did you get into comedy?
Well, it's pretty long.
Just summarize it a little bit.
Say, well, something that came very naturally.
Yes.
It came very, very, very naturally. First of all, I was in high school. I was an athlete, more of an athlete.
Okay.
Really, because athletes would travel. But I would entertain my classmates.
Yes.
They found some talent in me, which I didn't recognize myself. So later on, at university, I started doing appearances, and then I had stand-up ovation. So I started believing in myself. So that's briefly how it became. Then in 1977, I created the Uhuru Drama Group.
Yes.
Yeah, the Uhuru Drama Group. So that's how it started.
Now, if you look back, why do you think you were so successful? I'd like to hear it from you. Why do you think you were so appreciated and successful in your art?
Well, according to what critics say,
yeah,
I think it was a blend of my language and and content. Language because I brought to the theater at the time, to the dramatic scene, what I call the American accent of the language, and then also Pidgin English, so that people connected very, very easily with that. So I was able to perform in the Francophone part of the country as well as in the Anglophone part of the country. I'm actually probably the only Francophone comedian who would tour Buea, Bamenda, Limbe, and so on in the 80s. And there's also the content. Yeah, very, very strong message that people could easily connect. They would say, wow, somebody could. That's what I used to think, but I wouldn't say it.
Controversial, yes.
Exactly. He's saying it. That's my mouth right there, talking. Yes. But I'm here. So a little bit of both of that, essentially. And also probably the acting. Yes. A lot of acting. There was a lot of acting with a drama group. Yeah,
And then you kind of left the scene for a while. I'm sure so many people are lifting their eyebrows now to wonder what you were up to during that period.
Well, I've been in America for 20 years now.
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah. 20.
What have you been up to?
Maybe in a moment we might take a listen to some of the things that I do.
Tell us about it. Why they get to watch.
Yeah, what I just right upon my arrival. Since here, I was apart from being an actor and a playwright. I was also a high school teacher of languages. I was a teacher of German.
Yeah.
I was a teacher at Station Leclerc. I was a teacher of German before I left. So I went back to teaching for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back to teaching for a while, high school, and then with more training, went up to college. I was teaching as an adjunct professor of French at Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland. I taught for 8 years, and then I decided to, because I didn't have much time to pursue my real passion, which was acting.
I was going to get to that.
Which was acting.
Yes.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I started really learning stand-up comedy. Because here, I wasn't really a stand-up comedian.
How would you describe yourself then?
I wasn't a stand-up comedian per se. No, I was a playwright, a director, and an actor with an entire drama group.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy is you're there by yourself.
By yourself.
By yourself.
Yes.
So that was kind of fairly new. So I needed to really learn how to script write, to write for stand-up comedy, how to perform it. What is the message? What is the content? What is the approach? What is the strategy? What is your target? So it took me a while, and then as you're gonna say, and I became a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
I perform, you will see in some of the clips when I perform at the Washington, D.C. Comedy Theater, of the D.C. Improv.
You guys ready? Please welcome Dave Moktoi.
Hello, DC Improv. Hello, civilized people in this civilized world. Civilization is sweet, because I'm originally from Mini Africa. That's a little country in the primitive jungle of Central Africa, still inhabited by some of those savage tribes that you guys see in the National Geographic magazine and on television over here. So if you mess with me, I'm going to eat you.
So that was the shift. Then I became also became an interpreter.
What did you
It would
interpret?
give me more time as a French language interpreter.
Okay.
Yeah, French English interpreter.
Interesting,
Yeah.
yeah.
So no longer teaching at college because there, not enough time, with class, with planning and so on. So as an interpreter, as a freelance interpreter, which is I work on calls. Agents call me and assign me, let's say, international conferences, and then I can go for a month to interpret at an international conference, and then in the meantime, the rest of the time, I can also pursue my real passion, which is acting,
performing arts.
which is performing arts, as you say. So that's
now that you're in Cameroon, what are you up to?
I'm here with two major projects. The first one, which is called Super Moktoi Show.
Okay.
If you allow me, I want to do this, and then people can see the Super Moktoi Show.
I can see that.
May I stand?
Yes, we can stand. Let's do it together.
May I stand?
Yeah.
So you can see on this T-shirt the Super Moktoi Show.
Wow, what are we going to see in this Super Moktoi
Super
show?
Moktoi Show, we see some of the clips, some of the things that I do in America. You'll see some of the excerpts of L'Homme Bien de là-bas, A Man of Success. You will have some clips from my performances in America, in New York, in Washington, D.C. And then you also have a segment.
We can sit now.
We can sit now. We also have a segment which is titled New Faces. On New Faces, I would allow, talents, comedians, comics, I want to be precise, but comics who do things who are funny.
Yes.
I give them space, some time on my show in that segment, New Faces.
Wow.
So if you are you have talent, you have a clip, if you think you're funny, you have a clip, you send it to DKM Production, which is my production company.
And you can be a part of the show. You said
You can
something
you can
that
be part of the
stayed with
show.
me. There's a difference between being a comedian and a comic. Maybe brush that out.
Yeah, because normally a comedian, we say, generally speaking, a comedian is an actor. You act roles. People expect you to act.
Yes.
To act, to play a role. As a comic, you're a comic. I don't need to do anything. Everything that people expect of me is to make them laugh.
Yes.
And say, hey, how are you doing today? Oh man, you got nice, nice hair. That my premise, my intro into something.
Yeah.
So
that's the difference.
That's different into something. As an actor, I need to act. I say, hey, look, regardez-moi le moquette. Regardez-moi le moquette. C'est nettoyé ou ce n'est pas nettoyé? So this is acting,
Yes.
and that part, that's from L'Homme Bien de là-bas, A Man of Success.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really terrifying this housewife.
So do you put a
That's
little
what
bit
I'm
of
on.
your experiences
That's
from
what
your
I'm on.
childhood into your work?
Oh, I love it. I do a lot of, my script, yeah. Particularly in America, I do a lot of what I learned is a specific part of comedy called self-deprecation.
Yes.
Self-mockery, showing your vulnerability. I do that a lot. Like I mentioned how I just arrived, I had no health insurance, it was bad.
Yeah.
You're no friend, nothing. No nothing, no pussy.
How did you cope with that?
Yeah, I said, but I found a smart way, you know, to slash the cost of doctor's visit.
Which is?
What I would do, I would never go see a doctor with just one illness. At least 4. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, you see? Because each time you see a doctor, you're going to pay like something like $100.
So you wait for the illnesses to accumulate and then?
Like when I would like diarrhea, I would hold it.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
okay.
I would put a hold on it and wait until I had like the flu and diabetes and a heart attack. So that going to see a doctor to check those out was like, just pay for 1, get 3 free.
Wow, this is Dave K Moktoi for you,
People say
Unfiltered.
it's a miracle I'm still alive.
It's a miracle.
People say it's a miracle, isn't
But
it?
those experiences are what make you so funny.
Exactly.
And we thank you so much for this little bit of your life you cared to share with us. And we're hoping that you come back again and we have a longer chat.
The pleasure has been entirely mine. And mind you, I'm here, I'm going to be here for a while.
Okay.
And you need me, I think I may come back for, you know, for more entertaining.
More entertainment.
And provide also some updates.
Yes,
You know,
on what you've been up to.
On what I've been doing.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
We'll take a break and we'll be right back.